Hey, everybody. It's Robin and Kim. Welcome to 7 Minute Health Chat today. It's a beautiful Wednesday.
It
Today,
is.
we're going to talk about 5 tips for accountability with your health and fitness. And Kim's going to give us the 5 tips, and then I'm going to chime in after each one to let you know if it's something that I do, and she'll tell you if it's something she does. And then we'd like to hear what you do. So go ahead, Kim.
So number one is to self-monitor, and what that looks like. That means like either using a journal, a food journal, an app either for your food or you're tracking your, like a Fitbit is tracking, monitoring. But I have an Apple Watch that I use, and so anything like that, you getting on the scale, anything like self-monitoring like that. And I use a Fat Secret app. Actually, it counts my macros. I don't use it all the time, but I use it at the beginning when I was changing my the health, and because it really helped me to see what I needed to, how I needed to juggle my macros, and it was really helpful. And I really like that because it taught me if I needed to add a little bit more protein, add a little bit more fat, decrease the carb, whatever. It was really helpful. So, what about you, Robin?
So me, I'm a pen and paper girl or a chalkboard girl. So anybody who's in my Get Fit with Robin group on Facebook knows that at the end of every month, I post my calendar, and I have this big calendar in my workout space. And I mark off when I worked out and when I didn't. And what is funny is I didn't used to do this. And, I teach fitness classes and I'm very busy. Sometimes I would take little breaks. And what I found out and discovered was I thought I was working out a lot more than I was after I started writing this down. Because at the end of the month, I'm like, oh my gosh, I missed 10 days this month. And it floored me. So it really does keep you accountable, even when you think you are accountable. And I also agree, and I do the same thing with the food. If I find that if I write down my food and I keep my portions under control, I do a lot better because once you look at it, you don't realize the little extras that you throw in there. So for me, it's the writing down and the Apple Watch as well. And let me tell you, if I ever forget to hit the dang thing, it's like I didn't even do the workout. So it's very frustrating.
I know, everybody's so mad when, exactly. I've heard other people say, oh my gosh, my workout didn't count because I forgot to start my watch. So
well, if
anyway,
you write it down, it does. Write it down. It does.
Yeah, right. It does. But so what dovetails into that is logging. Number 2 is logging your data consistently, so you can see where you started, you can see where you are, and because if you got your goal in mind, you can see what you need to do to get there. And so that's why I use my Fat Secret app, because I was using my goal to using it to help with adjust my macros as I needed to, because it's not intuitive at first. And then as you start using it, and then you don't really need it anymore. But it's just being consistent with, so you can see even your befores and afters. I know in our groups we have people, we encourage you to take pictures before, take your measurements before. The scale is up to you if you want to weigh yourself, but seeing that before, where you've come from, and then comparing to those afters, is huge. And so that's why it's really important to just keep consistent with it until you reach your goals, and then to keep using them if you need to stay to maintain. So what about you, Robin?
Well, that's kind of like the same thing, just writing it down. So and the pictures, I mean, a picture paints 1,000 words, and the more you write it down and you do see it, and the consistency is just there. It's automatic. It's just like automatic pilot.
Yep. Sounds good. So number 3 is, do not be so hard on yourself if you forget to write it down, if you forget to start your Apple Watch, if you whatever, you just got to be careful. You just got to be careful of not to just say, oh, everything's ruined now, because I forgot this one thing, or I fell off the wagon for a little bit. Get back on, get back to it. We all have we're not perfect. we all have our times when we, got to have, that big sweet dessert or whatever, but you just get back on.
Right.
Get back on and get back on track. Number 4.
Well, wait a minute. I'm
go
going to
ahead.
talk
What were you gonna
about
say?
that one.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, I'm sorry.
So that's okay. I'm a big advocate of that because I used to be the worst about that, like really like self beat up and getting on myself when I didn't work out or if I missed a couple days. And the eating, and this has been years ago. And then when I started this new program, this nutrition program, I understand, like, guess what? We're all going to have days where, you know what? I want a Dairy Queen ice cream. It's my favorite. Sorry. And if I'm going to have it, I'm going to have it. I don't care. And then the next day I've had it or whatever, and I'm on it. Now, I don't do it every day and I don't do it every week. I do it every once in a while, and that's okay. And forgiving yourself has made me stop doing it every day because used to I'd be like, oh, well, I did it. I blew it. And I'll just eat the whole bag every day for the next week, but I don't do that anymore because I don't get upset. The same thing with not working out. If you miss a day, listen, I'm getting older and I have to take care of myself and I have to listen to my body. I hurt my foot today. I'm not going to be working out that hard tomorrow because of that. But I mean, it's like, it's fine. It's not a big deal, but listen to your body. If you need a break, you don't have to have that workout in every single day. You get to rest your body. That's it.
Exactly. Well said. Well said. Thank you very much for that. Okay. Number 4. And studies have shown that the source of your accountability is even stronger and better when it's external. So that means if you have a coach, if you have a personal trainer, if you have a instructor, but a health and wellness coach like what Robin and I do. But here's this statistic has stuck with me. But a guy used an analogy of if you're standing at the base of a mountain, you're getting ready to climb this mountain, you're by yourself. It looks very daunting. But when you have somebody else with you to do it, to climb up that mountain, it's 20% easier perceived in your mind that it's easier. So when you have somebody in your corner, somebody helping you, somebody guiding you, it just feels easier to do. And I just love that because it's like, it's hard enough already. If you're taking the steps to get started, you want to make a change in your life. And then having help is an accountability that way with a person, a coach that you can talk to, that's a real life person instead of just trying to do it on your own is really, really helpful. So
right. I agree. Or a friend, work out with a friend or whatever. And I'm not going to go on this because we already hit our 7 minutes. Man, that went fast. And I want to get the last one in. But anyway, absolutely agree. Look at us. We do this together. Makes it a lot easier and more fun. So, okay, go ahead. Last one.
And number 5, don't be afraid to declare your goals to your loved ones, your family, on social media or whatever. Just get it out there. And then, because that holds you accountable too, because when you say, oh, I'm going to do this, you kind of, rip the Band-Aid off and let everybody know what you're doing. Well, now eyes are watching. And so, you want to stay accountable to that. So I think that's a good one too. So anyway,
I just had a girl that joined I just had a girl that joined our group that said the same thing. She said, Robin, if you do not see me post my workout, please call me out on it. So she was asking for that accountability and it works.
Good.
It definitely, definitely
it
works. So
it does work. So anyway, sounds good. Thanks everybody. And we hope you are staying accountable to yourself because for all the things you want to do as well. So thanks for joining us today. Have a wonderful week. Happy Wellness Wednesday.
Yep. Questions at the bottom. And if you want to be accountable with us, just give us a call.
Yep. All right.
Bye.